This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Cabinet has agreed for the distribution of a relief package which will be presented by the Ministry of Finance, according to the Minister of Transport and Housing, JoBeth Colby-Davis. She expects things to be in motion by the end of this month. The minister says discussions of increasing bus fares have been going on for a few months, adding that the task is to have a balance with understanding the sections of society that depend on public transportation. Minister Colby-Davis says she is hoping to re-engage discussions on increasing fares in another 6 months, further hoping that the relief package will carry through that period and until more options are available to consider. When asked about progress on the long-term goal of a unified bus system, the minister says the government is on a good path of understanding how bus transportation will be managed. Minister Colby-Davis says there will be more discussions at town halls. She says her ministry is preparing to present the proposal to the cabinet for consideration of a unified bus program. Although life in many ways has begun to return to normal, the Bahamas is still recovering from the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. There are many indicators that governments and economists use to determine how well an economy is performing. And one of those is the purchase and sale of real estate. In this next report, we hear from the new president of the Bahamas Real Estate Association on how this market is performing, especially in the Family Islands. Following the frightening experiences of the spread of the COVID virus and lengthy lockdowns, many people are now seeking to purchase homes that are somewhat secluded in a country like the Bahamas that is safe and stable, with many islands to choose from. As a result, there are reports of there being a shortage of homes to sell and buy, particularly on Exuma and its surrounding keys. Love 97 caught up with Nikki Boff, the newly elected president of the Bahamas Real Estate Association, to find out what may be the contributing factors to this surge in home sales.
Exuma has always been a strong market. I think what has happened is those with the means are definitely purchasing up most of the beachfront type properties, because those are the ones that we sold through very quickly. We have a few, that still remain, but they're not waterfront. Those are what people are generally looking for, and of course the beauty of the island is remarkable. So obviously it's one of the, in my opinion, it's always been one of the kind of the gems in the Family Islands, and I think it's just caught on very well now.
Ms. Boff says there are already signs of a spillover effect to other Family Islands like Eleuthera, and with fewer homes on the market, the sale of vacant land has also seen an uptick.
Oh, we're definitely already seeing it in Eleuthera. We're seeing very strong sales come out of Eleuthera, whether it's vacant land or whether it is developed property. So we've seen on a consistent basis now, I would say definitely for the last 12 months. It's been strongest, I would say, in the last 9 to 12 months, where we've seen very good, solid sales coming out of Eleuthera.
We asked Ms. Boff how involved are locals when it comes to the surge in home and property sales and purchases post-COVID.
Definitely selling. Yes, I'm purchasing because I personally have had quite a number of inquiries from Bahamians, and based on what I've seen my colleagues sell through, it is a good mix of Bahamians as well as foreign purchases.
With the high demand and scarcity of homes, it becomes a seller's market and prices increase. This attracts more realtors from around the world looking for huge commissions. In the past, foreign realtors have sold Bahamian properties without referring to a local agent, as is customary in the industry. Bria has been working to correct this problem and allow local realtors to share in the commissions as well. We asked Ms. Boff if there has been any improvement in this regard.
We have seen improvement because we have been working diligently, particularly with National Association of Realtors. We work very closely with them. So we have seen some improvement, but we also are still trying to make headway. Bimini has been one of the islands we've seen some of those transactions recently where they're not falling in line. They're not doing it the way they're supposed to. So we're hoping to get continued compliance. We're going to try to raise more awareness just to ensure that people are aware here in Bahamas of what the proper methodology is for these types of transactions. Sometimes it's just lack of knowledge. And in other cases, it's very strategic. They just try to bypass us, which should never happen.
With several major construction projects underway in the Family Islands, Ms. Boff says Bria expects the current strong market trends to continue for some time. Over 200 children and parents from inner-city communities around the capital gathered at Fusion Superplex on Gladstone Road on Monday afternoon for a movie day organized and hosted by the singing bishop, Prophet Lawrence Roll. The youngsters were treated to snacks and watched the movie Sonic the Hedgehog 2. As an inner-city philanthropist, Bishop Roll has gone above and beyond the call of duty in doing what he can to make life a little easier for those in need. The singing bishop says this event could not be done by himself and is grateful to all partners that made this event possible, including Prime Minister Philip Davis.
Mercy Bahamas, this is unbelievable. When I got before those children, it brings tears to my eyes to see there's so many hurting family. One of the grandfather, one of the parents had said a while ago, the children hasn't even sleep last night. How they're so excited. It brings tears to the eyes of people to see so many hurting inner city children. I want to give God praise for the Prime Minister that he make it happen. Jojo Restaurant downtown, Ezra, Russell, good God from Mount Calvary, FTX, and also you got Tanya Penn, Jojo Restaurant down the road, friend, all God. I seek no praise, I seek no glory, all God.
Bishop Roll, who has been doing charitable work for over 30 years, thanked God for allowing him to be able to help others.
I know they're probably watching something that I never had that affordable opportunity to watch, because I come up in a family where I once eat up the garbage, brush my teeth with ashes, leave school at a pretty young age. But the Spirit of God come upon me, and God is doing things out of the ordinary. Every praise belongs to God.
Bishop Roll says he hopes events like this inspire other Bahamians to do the same and looks forward to hosting more charitable events in the future. And finally, whether for tuition, books, or room and board, Junior Achievement or JA Bahamas participants across New Providence and Grand Bahama are now one step closer to fully covering costs associated with continuing their education. Junior Achievers Lydia Hamilton, Chardonnay Bow, and Laverna Hutchinson, all winners of the Most Distinguished Achievers or the MDA Award. They will use $5,000 donation recently made by CIBC First Caribbean to assist with paying for college. Hilton of New Providence and Bow of Grand Bahama placed fourth in the MDA Awards and received $2,000 each, while fifth place winner Hutchinson from New Providence received a $1,000 scholarship. Jasmine Joseph, JA's program coordinator, received the funds on behalf of the students. Marvin Major, CIBC's First Caribbean Shirley Street branch manager, said they are staunch supporters of Junior Achievement Bahamas and acutely aware of the void this nonprofit youth organization fills within our communities. Executive Director of JA Bahamas, Tammy Leckie, said she knows that their programs change the lives of students, as one only needs to look at the pillars of our industry and communities who are JA Bahamian alumni. Tammy Leckie said she knows that their programs change the lives of students, as one only needs to look at the pillars of industry and community who are JA Bahamian alumni to see the impact the program has had over the past 42 years. While the JA Bahamas year has officially ended until August 2022, summer programming will run in the interim. To learn more about Junior Achievement student enrollment and ways to support the organization, contact them at info@jabahamas.org. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.